I want to share something that I came across the other day because it was just an immense blessing to my life. So in the Bible, Jesus talks about if we have the faith of a mustard seed, then we can tell this mountain to move and it will move. Essentially, he's saying that if we just trust in him, God's power will accomplish the impossible for us. The thing that blessed me was I didn't know that mustard seeds were invasive. So I saw this and I went and looked it up because I'm not a planter and I needed some confirmation, and I realized that mustard seeds are invasive. When you plant them, they take over the land. They take over what is native to that land and they drive it out. So now when I read that, it's like Jesus is saying, have the faith of a mustard seed. Let that seed be planted in your heart so it drives out all the flesh and carnal things inside of us, what is native, what is natural, inherent to this world. Let the faith of God drive out every carnal thing that's inside of me. Let it invade my heart. Let it take over my body. Let it take over my mind. Let God's faith take over me. And then I was reminded of the parable of the sower, where he scattered some seeds and some fell on the path. And then some seeds fell on shallow soil and they were choked out. The ones that fell on the path were eaten up by birds. The ones that fell in the shallow soil, they sprang up quickly, but they died. And then there were some that fell on thorns and then they were choked out. But then there were some seeds that fell on good ground and they reaped a great harvest. Are you guys picking that up? Isn't that amazing? So it's not just like, if we have just a little bit of faith. He doesn't desire for the faith to stay small. He said, no, let this little bit of faith fall on good soil and let it invade your heart. Let it change your heart. Let it transform your heart. Let God's faith transform you and produce the harvest that he desires within you. Isn't that amazing?